Hey guys, how's it going? Saturday afternoon. I just finished putting up a video, and I wanted to get the dash clear coated today, this afternoon. I just put the base on this morning, but it's just too damn cold. The problem is, it's forced air furnace in here, and I shut it off when I'm spraying for dust reasons, and my exhaust fans suck all the heat out, and it gets too friggin' cold in here, and especially with clear coat, it tends to want to run when it's too cold. So when it's this cold, it'll get down to you know 45 degrees pretty quick Fahrenheit, and that's just too cold to spray. So tomorrow it's supposed to be like 0 -1. That's not too bad. I can get it. It's a small area, so it'll probably get down to about 60 degrees by the time it's dry to the touch, which is not too bad. So I've got a block sand the whole car, so I'm gonna get started on that. I'm not gonna show a lot of it. You guys have seen me block sand hundreds of times, I think. I'll show a little bit of it, but yeah, I'm using 500 wet paper, different size blocks and stuff, and we'll just get after it and get it done. The sooner I get it sanded and cleaned up, the sooner it's ready for paint. Hopefully we have some decent temperatures in the next few days, and we can get after it. Anyway, that's where I'm at, and yeah, might as well just get to her. All right, so because I'm forced to wait to do the clear coat on the dash, I'm gonna have to scuff it with 1000 before I spray it, just to give something for the clear to bite onto. No big deal. I'm glad it's just a small piece. But yeah, we'll have to do that before we clear coat it tomorrow. If the weatherman's not lying, then it does warm up. Anyway. So again, I'm going to do the X pattern just to make sure everything's nice and even. Put a little bit of soap in my water. Helps keep the paper from clogging up. And I keep a toothbrush in the water as well. Clean the block up. Oh, sanding. Seems to be the story of my life, man. But if you don't sand properly, you end up with a really crappy job. And your paint will look like ass. I don't think anybody wants their paint to look like ass, right? So far, everything's looking pretty flat. So, just gonna keep on plugging away at this. I'm only gonna punish you with a couple of minutes of it. But I've probably got the complete entire weekend just doing this, so sucks to be me. And when I get to more curved pieces, like this is a steel block here. It's steel rectangular tubing for nice flat surfaces like this. When you get into the more curvy stuff, I use hard rubber blocks. I've got different ones. I'll probably save the roof for last. And when I clear that dash, any of the overspray that's hanging in the air, that's where it's going to land, is on the roof. So if I sand it now, I'll probably have to sand it again after. The sides aren't too bad. Might have to go over it real quick, but usually are pretty good. Anyway, you get the idea. Like I said, you guys have seen me do this hundreds of times. And I'm not going to torture you with it for too long. So I'm going to carry on, keep on going, and may pop in back with you after I get a good chunk of it complete. Alright, so you can see the difference. There's the guide coat. You can see the darkness there, and then all uniform light gray color. That's what you want. This isn't a waste of time. There was a few spots that came up as low, so it did need to be blocked one more time, but she's coming along really, really nice. I'm gonna have to go in and put supper on now, and besides, I've got to get the wife's toothbrush back in the cupboard before she gets home. Yeah, so I'm just gonna carry on with this, and we probably see you tomorrow when I'm ready to spray the clear on the dash. But yeah, I'm just having way too much fun. No, not at all. Anyway, sanding, lovely. All right, guys, so Sunday morning, and it was cool this morning. Had a few errands to run, and did that, and still kind of waiting for it to warm up a bit. So I did some of the block sanding on this thing. I got the whole quarter done on this side, and the whole area around the trunk lid at the back. So I got to jump on it. I haven't run into anything concerning or anything like that. Everything looks good. So this and the back are paint ready, really. But I want to get this thing back on track, and I want to get clear on the dash, and the reason I want to do that, so it's got time to harden up enough that I can mask it and paint the rest of the car. So if I get the clear on it today, by the time I'm done all the block sanding, it should be good and ready to mask off. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some clear, get the dash done. I've got to scuff it with 1000 grit first, and I'll do that real quick just to give it something for the clear to bond to, because if you wait too long between the base and the clear coat, you have problems. You can run into problems. So you got to scuff it. I use 1000, just really, really quick, and that clear will stick right to it. So it's actually warmed up now. It's -2, and sun is beaming in from the front window, so it's going to stay relatively warm in here. And yeah, go ahead, mix up some clear, because I've only got 1 cup left too for my gun, 1 cup and cap. So I've got 2 cases coming from Florida with my gun. Then I'll be golden. So, but like I said, last cup. So there you go. So I'll mix it up. We'll set up the camera after, and we'll shoot this thing in clear. All right, so fans rolling, everything's ready to go. Clear is mixed. It's in the gun. So I'm just going to grab the gun and give it a first shot of clear, and hopefully everything goes together well. Well, so far so good. So we'll let that set up and we'll give it another shot. I'll put 3 all together. I'll probably skip the next one. I'll come back for the final coat and call it done. Okay, it's ready for the 3rd and final coat. To tell between coats when it's ready, I just stick my finger in one of those gauge openings on the paper, and if it's just, you know, like a cheap masking tape, that kind of sticky or tacky I should say, it's ready. If it's sticky, it's still too wet, and because it's cooler, it's taking about 25 minutes to half an hour between coats. So it is what it is, but it's ready for the last coat. We'll get that on and call it done. So far so good. I don't see any runs or anything, so yeah, let's get at it.
pin right here.
Well, that should do it. So we'll let that set up, and as soon as the overspray's out of here, I'll shut the fans off, close the door. That'll help keep some of the heat in, and it might help to dry a little bit quicker. All right, so she's flattening out pretty good. It does, flatten out a lot better when it's warmer. Damn it, I did get a run. Is that a run? I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. If I have to sand it out, I have to sand it out. That's all there is to it. Anyway, the dash is done, so it's been about half an hour. So all I'm going to do, can't do anything until this is dry to the touch, probably an hour and a half in this kind of temperature. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this video, put it in editing, and maybe get it out after supper. So that's the plan. Anyway, it's a dash and it's shiny. Okay, so that kind of gets this thing back on track. I've got probably another day and a half of block sanding on this thing. So by the time I'm done that, I'm pretty sure my cups and my my other gun will be here, and we'll be ready to paint this thing. So yeah, I still got a bunch of block sanding to do, but whatever. Oh joy, oh bliss. Anyway, yeah, so if you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, give it the old thumbs up. Don't be shy, leave comments down below. I like the comments, I enjoy reading them. And in fact, between coats, I was answering a few. Yeah, and if you so choose, you can support the channel. You can just go to the menu button just to the right of the share button below your screen. Click on that where it says thanks. That's where you can support the channel and buy old Dan a coffee or whatever. And any support I get, I truly do appreciate it. Helps keep the cameras rolling and all that stuff, yeah, so that's about it for today. So if you're not doing anything, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.